The puppets are controlled by 1 to 5 people at all times, presenting challenges, especially for Alice.
I can't look at the people working the puppet. I have to look directly at the puppet. So I'm basically interacting with inanimate objects, which is not the norm when you're acting on stage.
We're going to need all hands on deck. Yeah, if you could
Puppets of all different kinds will be used to create Wonderland and the stories they tell.
Not only do we have these Bunraku style puppets and we have these hand-operated rod puppets, but we're also working with shadow puppets. So we're cutting out these two-dimensional figures to be placed against a background, and they're telling different parts of the story.
In only a short amount of time, Conrad has left a lasting impression on those at St. Ambrose.
She's a very talented young lady, and I don't think she realizes how much talent she has.
At the end of one day, I celebrated like, wow, I ate 3 whole meals.
Emma Williams isn't afraid to tell her story.
It's really such a psychological, mental thing that no matter how strong I was, I just felt like I had no control over it. So I went home, and all of a sudden, all my parents, my siblings right away saw like something is wrong with Emma. Like, she doesn't look the same. I look horribly unhealthy. But of course, when I looked at myself, I was like, man, I look great. I've lost all this weight.
She was battling anorexia nervosa. One special addition to the gallery is his Daytime Emmy, which he won for his costume work on Sesame Street.
It means a lot to me that people want to have me back and are interested in what I'm doing. But I think it's also good that you don't have to go to an Ivy League school or a huge school to be able to achieve a wide range of experiences and success.
The exhibit showcases artwork of the late Iowa contemporaries, John and Isabel Bloom, and SAU's Father Edward Kadich. The artists are all native to the area, which is also reflected in their art.
After some time, I think artists, after they pass, their memory gets a little foggy, or some folks don't know so much about them. And I think they're still very relevant to modern day artists, particularly to students. And that's why it's important to have an exhibit of the 3 of them here, which, by the way, to my knowledge, this is the very first time that these 3 artists have ever shown together, although they were longtime Quad City artists.
It's a feast for the eyes to see. I just think it's a great show that I'm hoping a lot of people in the community come to, because you think you knew one of them or all 3 of them. There's things that you will learn if you come.
The majority of the work comes from the 1930s and 40s. The artists all worked in similar subject matter while not working together. The new labs did come at the cost of another department, however. The physics department was moved into Hayes Hall.
I'm glad that the biology and chemistry departments were able to get these lab spaces, but they did come at a cost to other programs, and I feel a little bit less good about that.
With the introduction of the Master of Physician Assistant program, another phase of renovation will take place in the summer of 2013. Richard and Judy Kreider donated the building to St. Ambrose to use in any way they felt necessary.
It's an excellent building, it was well built, and it should last for years and years and years.
Sarah Clifton, Dateline, SAU.